Welcome back children. We will continue with the frequency diagram ogive. Today we will be learning about the ogive curves. It comes under the frequency diagram of presentation of data. Now let us see what are these ogive curves. Ogives, which are also known as cumulative frequency curve. It is a curve which is constructed by plotting the cumulative frequency data in the form of a smooth curve. You know what is a smooth curve? Just like a frequency curve which is plotted and which is just joined with a free hand, that is known as a smooth curve. So here to draw the ogive curve we use cumulative frequency. So if a data is given in the form of a simple frequency, we have to convert it into cumulative frequency. So what is ogive? Ogive is also known as a cumulative frequency curve. It is a curve which is constructed by plotting the cumulative frequency data in the form of a smooth curve. So we will be plotting the cumulative frequency on the data, on the graph. Let us see how to construct the ogive curve. Mainly the ogives are of two types. They are less than and more than. Let us first start with less than. So two types of ogives, they are less than and more than, and we will start with the less than and less than type. Now here is an example for you. Marks are given in the form of class intervals 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. Number of students are 4, 6, 10, 10, 25, 22, 18 and 5. Now we are going to construct the less than ogive curve. Now to construct less than ogive curve, what has to be done? Frame another table where you write. So this is a simple frequency which I have given here. You are going to convert the simple frequency to cumulative frequency. Only then CF means cumulative frequency. So only then you can construct an ogive curve. Now the given table, since you are constructing less than type, you have to convert the marks into less than type, less than 5. Here the marks were given in the form of class interval like 0 to 5, 5 to 10. This class interval you are going to convert it into less than type, less than. So all the class intervals should be written in the form of less than. So in order to construct less than type, take the upper class of each class interval. So here the upper class is 5, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. So you have to consider the upper class, upper value of a class in order to frame out less than type. So how will you write the table? Just see how will you write the table. So the table is marks less than 5 because 5 is the upper value of the first class. 5 is the upper value of the first class. Then comes the next one, less than 10. 10 is the upper value of the next class. Upper value of the next class. Likewise, consider the higher value of each class and make it as less than. So it is less than 10, less than 15, less than 20, less than 25, less than 30, less than 35 and less than 40. Now this is how you write marks less than. So remember one thing, if you write less than type, take the highest value of each class and frame it out as less than. So a simple frequency we are going to convert into a cumulative frequency to construct the ogive curves because they are also known as cumulative frequency curve. So it is obtained by plotting the cumulative frequency values on a graph and joining it by a freehand smooth curve. Now less than 5, let us see how we are going to frame out cumulative frequency. Less than 5, look at the table all of you. Less than 5, what is the only frequency available here? It is 4. Less than 5 means only 4. Less than 5, the number of students is only 4. Less than 5. Then comes the next one, less than 10. how many students are there securing marks less than 10? Less than 10 means this is less than 10. So you have to measure it from here to this side. Less than 10 means 6 plus 4. Less than 10 means less than 10. Marks less than 10 is secured by how many students? How many values are there here? 4 and 6. Therefore, 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. That is what is written here. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. Next comes less than 15. Less than 15. So take the table. Go to the table. Less than 15. This is the boundary of less than 15. So less than 15. How many students have secured less than 15? 10, 6 and 4. So what is actually 4 plus 6 is 10. Again 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. So less than 15 means which comes before that. That means these three areas will come less than 15. So 4 plus 6 plus 10, that is 10 plus 10 will give you the value as 20. Again less than 20. Let us see what comes under less than 20. Less than 20 is this area, less than 20. So the marks are secured, number of students who has secured marks less than 20 means to the left side of 20, one more will be coming in this area. So now we can count it 4, 6, 10 and 10 will come at less than 20. So what is 4 plus 6? It is 10, 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 10, 30. So you can write the frequency as 20 plus 10, 30. Again less than 25. Less than 25 means this is the area of less than 25. So number of students who have secured the marks less than 25 means less than 25. All the values from this area to the left of the 25 will be coming under the cumulative, as will be calculated as the cumulative frequency. Therefore, 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 10 plus 25. So what is 4 plus 6? 10. 10 plus 10? 20. 20 plus 10? 30. 30 plus 25? That is 55. So 30 plus 25? 55. This is how you find out less than cumulative frequency. Again you can go less than 30. Less than 30 means this is the area. So all the values which comes to the left of this will be considered. So less than 30, one more number you will get. So till here it was 55, right? Again 55 plus this 22 will give you the value as 77. So you got it as 77. Then comes less than 35. Less than 35 means this is the area where less than 35. So till here it was 77. So that 77 plus 18 will give you the next one, that is 95. And less than 40, the last one, less than 40, the last one, this is less than 40. So till here it was 95, 95 plus 5 will give you the value as 100. So 95 plus 5 is equal to 100. Now what you have to do is plot these values in a graph. How to draw the graph? Now to draw the graph, first of all you have to follow the step to draw x-axis as well as y-axis. Now here you can give the values as 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 44 marks and number of students, you know, frequency to be marked on the y-axis. Frequency can be marked on the y-axis. So considering the minimum and maximum value of marks and number of students, we can plot the values. Now, so for that we can write marks as 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40 and number of students with the maximum value of 100. Now, we can plot the values. How to plot the values? For 5, what is the value actually? 4. For 5, the value is 4. So, I have marked it. So, for 5 will be taking it here, marks on the x-axis and on the y-axis number of students is 4. So, we are plotting the cumulative frequency to be noted. Then comes 10. For 10, the value is 10. So, you will be plotting the value as 10. For 10, the value is 10. Again, the next one, For 15, the value is 20. Okay, so for 15, the value is 20. Likewise, you will be plotting all the values. Next is for 20, the value is 30. For 20, the value is 30. It comes between 20 and 40. So after plotting all the values, join these points with a free hand. This gives you less than ogive curve. Less than ogive curve. This is how you frame out less than ogive curve. So it will be an upward sloping curve. So always keep in mind less than ogive curve will be always an upward sloping curve, and in the class interval, to convert it into cumulative frequency, you have to consider the highest value of each class. This is how you have to follow. So we have finished learning less than ogive curve. Now we have one more type, that is more than ogive curve. What is meant by more than ogive curve? Let us see how we will frame out more than ogive curve. For more than ogive curve, it is just opposite of what we have learned in less than ogive curve. Take the lowest value of each class interval. So you know from 0 to 5, which is the lowest value of that class interval? 0. Then 5 to 10, which is the lowest value of that class interval? 5. So keep in mind, to frame out more than type, always start with the lowest value of each class. So likewise, I have framed out as more than 0, more than 5, more than 10, more than 15, more than 20, more than 25, more than 30, more than 35, more than 40. Now, how to write down the cumulative frequency? Now, to write down cumulative frequency, more than 0, I have written it as 100. More than 0, it is 100. That means more than 0, all the students more than 0. The marks secured is number of students who secured marks more than 0. It is 100 because this is the minimum value, 0. More than 0, 100 students have secured. Then comes the next one, marks, number of students. I will write it here. Where this is a cumulative frequency. Then comes more than 5, more than 5, more than 5. How will you write down more than 5? More than 5 means more than 5. More than 5 means after 5 only you need to consider. That means from the total you have to deduct 4. More than 5 means 5 you have to leave and then consider the rest. So what you have to do, from 100 you have to minus 4. Therefore, your value will be 96. Your value will be 96. Again, more than 10. That means more than 10. More than 10. More than 10 means you have to consider only after this 10. So, leave these two. Here your value was 96. So, from 96 again leave 1 6 also. So, you will get it as 90. So, what is the value? 90. 90 is the value. Next, more than 15. More than 15 means you have to consider only after 15. More than 15. You need to consider only after 15. So, you have to leave 4, 6 and 10. Till here your value was 90. Along with that 90 minus 10. You will get the value as 80. This is how you find out the cumulative frequency for more than. Deduct. So, you will get a downward sloping curve. So, after finding this, you have to plot the value on a graph. I have plotted the value on the graph. You can find a downward sloping curve you have got, isn't it? Now, plot the values based on the data. 0, 100. So, how will you mark 0, 100? You all know 0, 100 will be marked here on the y-axis, right? Then comes the next one, 10, 5, 96. 5, 96. 5, 96. Then comes the next one, 10, 90. That is 10, I have marked it for 90. So likewise plot all the values and join it with a free hand, you will get a downward sloping curve. So this is more than ogive curve. This is more than ogive curve. This is how you draw less than and more than ogive curve. So two important things that you have to keep in mind. First, convert the simple frequency into a cumulative frequency. To frame out less than, take the upper value of each class interval. To frame out more than, take the lower value of each class interval. And draw the curve on the graph. For less than, you will be getting an upward sloping curve, and for more than, you will be getting a downward sloping curve. Now, you can find out median, the middle value. You have learned it in class 10 regarding median. To find out the middle value or median, you can draw two ogive curves together, less than and more than. Since less than is an upward sloping curve and more than is a downward sloping curve, these two curves will intersect at a particular point. That particular point is known as median. So when these two curves intersect, you have to find out the corresponding value in the x-axis. That will be the median. So I have drawn this less than and more than ogive curve in a graph. This is more than ogive curve and this is less than ogive type. Both have intersected at a particular point, and from there if you draw a line to the x-axis, you can find out it touches at a particular point, and here this will be the median, and the value of the median is 24, just before 25. So median can be written as 24. So when you plot this in a graph paper, you will be getting the exact value. Sometimes it can be 24.6 based on the graph. When you draw the graph, you will be getting the exact value. So this is how we find median with the help of ogive curves. So if a question is asked for the exam, find out median graphically. We can find out median in another way. In a numerical method, if you are asked to find out the median graphically, what you have to do is draw the ogive curve less than and more than, and the point where it intersects is known as the median. So here the median value is 24. So I hope less than and more than type ogive curve is clear to you, and the median too is very clear to you. Thank you.